Hello and welcome to Physics Problems One by One.
So here is a problem. As always, read it, maybe once, maybe twice, and then pause the video and try to solve it yourself.
The next problem in the Mechanics Kinematics playlist, and it's about the river. So we have the distance, we have the river, and we have the motorboat that goes this way and then it goes that way, and we have times for which it goes. As usual, pretty straightforward. When we travel downstream, the speed of the boat in the standing water and the speed of the boat of the river, they come together, because when we're going downwind, the total speed is u of the boat plus the river, and this is obviously a t1. And when we go other way around, d, and we go upstream, the boat goes u, but it's drifted down with the water, so the total speed against the shore, against the earth, would be u minus the river, and it would be t2. And physics is done, and we have to find out what's unknown and what's known. D is known, T1 is known, T2 is known, U and VR are not known. So it's very straightforward case. Two variables and two unknowns. Now how to solve it? Well, we have U and VR, and the bottom, it's not good. Let's move it around, let's move it here. T1 goes here, and likewise we will do here. So we will have D over T1 equals U plus VR. By the way, this is how many of you can write this equation. If you will say that D divided over T1 time required to travel from point A to point B, it is from here to there, it's T1, then the speed is U plus. You can start with this equation. You can start with this. It's the same from mathematical point of view. It's the same from physical point of view. It's how you decide to do it. And when you send T2 to this denominator, it would be D over T2 equals U minus VR. And again, it's very good physical meaning. D divided over time T, when it travels that way, it's U minus VR. Still same two equations, nothing changed, and two unknowns. And again, we can find U from here, put it here, but it is so simple in this case. Let's do two things. Let's, for example, add those first, and when we add those first, we will have D over T1 plus D over T2, and it would be U plus VR, U minus VR. VR will be gone, it would be 2U. And let's then do the same thing, but when we subtract minus D over T2 equals, now subtract this, U will be gone, and VR minus VR sign changes, and it would be 2VR, and would be two equations. So we can find U straight from here, and it's so simple. U and this common denominator, it would be equal D T2 plus T1, and common denominator would be T1 T2, and don't forget about this 2. So this is the U, this is the first result. And the second result about V river, again, V river goes here, V river goes here, 2 goes to the bottom, T1, T2 is a common denominator, and here we have d multiply t2, sorry, this would be, when we subtract, this would be t1, t2 minus t1. And that's it. This is our answer. All we have to do is plug the numbers. And u is the speed of boat, and d is 100. And t2 plus t1, it would be 10. t2 is 10 plus 4. And in the bottom we have 2. And t1 is 4 hours. 2 by 4 by 10. Just run a little bit ahead of myself. So it would be 5 over 4 multiplied by 14. We can say 5 over 7 multiplied by 2. We can say 35 over 2. We can say that this is 17.5 kilometers an hour. And you probably received the same results with your calculator much faster than I did without my calculator. And now here let's do with V river, and V river would be the same 100, and here we have to subtract t2 time back minus this, and with the denominator would be exactly the same, 2 by 4 by 10, and this would be, let me continue, 100, it would be 10 because this 10 would be gone, 10 minus 4 would be 6, and here would be 2 by 4, and 10 over 2 would be 5, by 6 by 4, and 5 over multiplied by 3, and here would be 2, and this would be 15 over 2, and it would be 7.5 kilometers an hour. So the speed of the boat in the standing water is 17.5. The speed of the current is 7.5, which is a very fast river, I should say. And if the river flows 7.5 kilometers, you have to have much more faster boat to travel it safely. But that's what they told us, and this is the solution. Thank you very much for visiting. Please click subscribe, please click the bell, please click like, and see you next time. Thank you.